Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, and today I'm going to be doing another Marvel Legends Infinite Series review from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 wave, and this time it is Electro, or as it says on the box, Marvel's Electro, because obviously Electro is trademarked or something already. This is part of the Green Goblin Build-A-Figure collection wave. They really do need to start shortening some of their names, because they've got Marvel Legends is their brand name, and then you've got Infinite Series is like the subline, and then Green Goblin is another subline, and yeah, it's very long. But before we get to the review, remember I'm going to be doing a contest for these two figures soon, so if you want to win either of these figures, there's going to be two winners. Subscribe early, because basically I'm going to be doing a video explaining the contest, how many subscribers I need to get to and all that sort of jazz. But if you want to subscribe early, then you can do, and just be ready for the contest. Remember, if you are subscribed, you're entered. It's as simple as that. So the more of your friends and family and whatnot you get to subscribe, the more chance you have of winning. But yeah, you have the chance of winning the Amazing Spider-Man, the movie costume, or the Superior Spider-Man, the comic costume. So get subscribing, and I'll have that video up soon explaining the contest. If you have any ideas of, like, do you want me to reach 1,000, 2,800, or whatever it is, then let me know in the comments how many subscribers you think that this contest should end at, and then that's it. So let's get on with the review, shall we? So first up on the box we have the movie logo of the spider up top, and this one is a very filled out package because it comes with more accessories than the other figures in the lines, and then we have the title and everything, nice artwork on the side, pretty okay pose on the back. I think they could have got him in a bit of a nicer pose on there, but it doesn't matter too much. Let's take a look at the bio here. Marvel's Electro. The electricity-wielding villain bends high-voltage current at will and has brought New York City to its knees. And then we have the rest of the wave here. I have actually seen on eBay there's a hell of a lot of the running change figures, but they are all from America, and not a lot of them are buy it nows for a decent price. Most of them are bids. So if they do ever get into the UK and they're being sold on eBay, just let me know in the comments or personal message me or something, so that I can go ahead, pick that up and review it. And then there is the Build-A-Figure Green Goblin, and that's pretty much it for the box. So let's take a closer look at him. So first up, as always, we get the instruction sheet telling you how to put the Build-A-Figure together and which pieces come with which figures in the wave. So the Build-A-Figure piece is the left arm of Green Goblin. I will go into more detail in the actual review of Green Goblin once I've put him all together, but as you can see it comes with some nice little paint taps on the bones here. Wish it was on the claws on the end, but it's got some nice moulding detail, so that's pretty much it for that. And then we also get the flame piece that goes around it too, so if you want to see that in more detail, again, check out the links in the description, and when I have that Green Goblin figure up I will be able to show you. And now for accessories of Electro. So we have a second head here, which I'll go into more detail about in a second, and also a couple of fists. And here's Electro out of packaging, and like I said in the unboxing, he really is a figure that I do like a hell of a lot more in hand than what I saw on pictures and other people's reviews. I really can see all the little tiny bits of detail popping out at me that I just couldn't plain see before. You might look at it and think, well, it's just this black thing with a bit of blue shading and strange looking head or something like that, but it is actually a hell of a lot better than what I thought. So let's dive straight into it here. As you can see, I have swapped out one of the hands. So you get a pair of fists like this, just regular old fists, and then a pair of these electric hands. Now they are quite pliable plastic, and they're not posable or anything, it's just in one solid pose. Both hands have this articulation of going up and down at the peg here, but if I just bring it in close, let's see if we can focus on it. maybe. There we go. You can see that it does start at a deep blue right by the wrist, and then it fades out to almost white right at the end there. It looks extremely nice, and it is a lot better in hand. And on his actual hand you can actually see a lot of skin detail, like knuckles and wrinkles and whatnot, especially on the palm of the hand. So it is actually extremely detailed. I thought that this would have been the weakest part of the figure, but it's actually quite nice. And then the next accessory that we get is the spare head, which to me looks like Mr. Freeze crying and his tears are freezing midair. That's pretty much exactly what this looks like. So if you're trying to make a custom Mr. Freeze figure, either of these heads would actually make a really awesome Mr. Freeze, especially if you want one crying. But basically the heads are exactly the same, apart from these electric eye, high voltage power blast eye thingamajiggies, and they're quite nice. So they're just painted white over the top. Nothing too spectacular about it. He has the little doohickey on the side there that we see. It's like some kind of a control panel or something. I do wish it had a bit of green and red and stuff on there, so it looks like it's lit up, because that is actually a screen right there. And I don't know if it has like a voltage meter on, or if it's like a kind of heart rate monitor looking sort of thing. But yeah, it's a lot more detailed than that in the movie. So I do wish that there was a bit more paint detail, but it doesn't matter too much. It's not the end of the world. So let's see just how easy it is to replace the head. That was relatively easy to take off, and as you can see it's just a ball joint there. And then to put the head on, you just simply give it a nice little push. It doesn't really clip in or anything, you can just feel it wedge itself in there, and yeah, so there's that head on there. So if you want him crying his eyes out whilst he's shooting his electric blast, then you can display him like that. But for the most part, I do definitely prefer the other head, so I'll definitely be using this one, and that one did have a sort of a click. But close up with this one, it's to me not got a massive Jamie Foxx likeness. It kinda looks like him. Like if you make yourself believe that this is Jamie Foxx, you can kinda start to see some parts of him, but for the most part it really doesn't look like him. But you've got exactly the same detail. You've got some moulded in sort of marks, and you got a kind of like a marble effect in the actual plastic. Is that on there? Is that paint, or is that it scratches off, so that's okay. But yeah, no actual paint bleeds or anything apart from that little dot which just scratches off, so that's pretty good. Detail for the most part is done pretty well. As for the rest of the suit, we have this nice silver collar piece right here, and he has silver down onto the armour too, and then it looks like this is actually all like burnt, all of these marks. It looks like he's the current is actually burning his suit, which is pretty cool. It mixes it up a little bit so that it's not just a plain black thing. He does have a hole in his back there if you want to put something in it. And then carries on just down here, and he has it right under his arm there if I move that out of the way. But it does kind of look a lot like battle damage there because it's not on the other side, so that actually looks like battle damage, so maybe that actually happens to him in the movie. And then as well as that, we have this nice really bright blue shading around here, which I do like a lot more in hand, and it's over here on the wrists as well. And then he has silver kneecaps, which is, well, pretty much a gunmetal kind of colour, which is a lot better than just having black ones. I'm glad that they did actually add that little detail. I kind of get the feeling that some of these parts around here might be silver in the movie, or might have a lot more detail than what it is, and they've just saved money by having all black legs. It doesn't look bad or anything, but it kind of looks like it should have something there, but if it doesn't, then that's perfectly fine. So for the most part, looks very nice. So on to articulation here. The head moves left, right, up that much, very good, and down that much, again very good, and that's the same with both heads. He has very good articulation there. His arms move a full 360, and they don't come up as much as you'd like because of these little raised details on his shoulder pods here. He doesn't really get up there. He swivels at the bicep. He has double jointed elbows. The wrists move a full 360 and they move in and out, and that is the same with both styles of hand. He rotates at the abs here. It's not an amazing ab crunch, so that's not too fantastic, but at the end of the day he's not Spider-Man. You don't really need too much of an ab crunch there, but it is a nice design how they've put like a little trim around it too. You can see it's got a raised part around it, so it's really not a conventional mould. Any part of this isn't. It's all brand new moulded for this figure, which is very nice. And then the hips forward and back. He does do the splits, unlike Black Cat, which was kind of unfortunate. So Electro is more possible than Black Cat, which is very strange. Rotates at the thigh, double jointed knees. Rotates down here at the boot / calf. His feet do go up and down, but because of his trousers here, they are limited. He has an ankle pivot too, but again, kind of limited. And then he has peg holes and nice boots. So I really do like the fact that everything on this guy is new, and you actually get a spare head as well. So you might think, oh yeah, the Spider-Man figures are really good because they come with spare hands, so it's like revolutionising Marvel Legends, making them a bit more like expensive collector figures, a bit like Diamond Select figures. But you know, this guy gets an extra head, so that's really awesome. But they might have actually done that to make people buy more of them, because they think that this figure isn't going to be selling very well in the line. Now, I think it will sell well because obviously it's a movie figure, and we don't get many Electros, and you can use him as like your Ultimates Electro and stuff, like from the TV show and whatnot, because he was like shining blue and everything. So I think that this will sell well, and I recommend it. As a size comparison real quick, here is Black Cat from the same wave. So as you can see, he is slightly smaller than Black Cat, and here is Spider-Man, so he is slightly bigger than Spider-Man. So he's a little bit smaller than like your average Bucky Cap sort of mould, which is just about the same height as Black Cat, but he is taller than Spider-Man. So think of that what you will. The actual guys, Jamie Foxx and Andrew Garfield, they are actually roughly the same size, because if you look at, I don't know if it was Empire or Time Magazine or something, they did a photo shoot to advertise the movie of them standing face to face, and you know, at least in that picture anyway, they were exactly the same height. But if this is the height that they are in the movie, then that's great. I would definitely recommend that you pick this guy up, whether it's because you are a fan of the movie, of the character, or if you just want the Green Goblin Build-A-Figure piece. I think that if you know, for whatever reason that you're getting this guy, he is definitely worth it. He's a newly molded figure. He's got some great detail. He comes with accessories. I really do think that this is a very, very nice figure. So thanks for watching the review, guys. Remember, subscribe if you want to be part of the contest. If you subscribe, then you are entered. Simple as that. Get the videos shared around and tell people about it, and make sure that your family and friends subscribe for you so that you have more of a chance to win. And that is pretty much it, guys. So thanks for watching. The links to everyone else in this wave and the unboxing and the Build-A-Figure will be in the description as soon as they're uploaded. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.